Hi, I'm F1Fan98. This is my review of the 2012 Indian Grand Prix. I'm going to try to give you my best review possible. This is the first time I've done this, so please don't be too, criticising. At the start, it was quite a kind of low-key start. Vettel pushed Webber to the right a little bit, but Webber just heeled in and everyone got in the first corner. Michael Schumacher got a puncher from John-Eric Verne, who hit his right rear tyre, fucking up his race. So that was the end of it for Schumacher. Alonso got an incredible double slipstream from the two McLarens and pulled up to the right, coming up to the hairpin for the straight. And that was a great manoeuvre, but he kind of outbraked himself, and McLaren sorted themselves out and got themselves in front of Alonso. Yeah, the race, it was kind of a good race. DRS really shined in this race. We saw why DRS has been introduced and why since 2010 the sport has got more exciting. We've seen the increase in overtaking, and the reason is because of that rear wing. That rear wing is making the racing a lot more exciting, and this really showcased it. And yeah, the sport's just become a lot better. And because if this race didn't have DRS, we wouldn't be seeing anywhere near as much overtaking as what we did. So yeah, as I said, it showcases the system. Other things that happened, lap 7, Hamilton passed Button on the DRS zone. Good battle between Perez and Hulkenberg, which went on for a couple corners. Perez, of course, ended up retiring from a puncher as well. The tyres seemed to be very vulnerable. Just at this round, it was showcased the inside of the tyres. If a front wing gets on the inside, they just seem to pop. Martin Brundle said at one point, you pop them with your fingers, which anything could happen. Maldonado and Kobayashi came together. Now, that was deemed just to be a racing incident. No further action taken by the race stewards, but I think Kobayashi, I don't know, I thought he just ran into him, to be honest. I don't really think Maldonado moved over drastically. I think Kobayashi could have healed. You're never going to see a overtaking manoeuvre going into that turn 4 left-hand corner. It's just not going to happen. So Kobayashi should have just been realistic about his attempt of overtaking. Yeah, and so that ended, well, pretty much stuffed up Maldonado's race, and I think Kobayashi could have deserved a penalty. Feel free to leave your thoughts. Agree, disagree, all opinions matter. Pedro de la Rosa crashed his HRT in the probably third quarter of the race. HRT have some issues with these brakes, and I kind of fear for their drivers because it's happening far too often, and a brake failure at these high speeds is very scary. Don't think any of us would like to experience it. Yeah, he was just coming down the fastest part of the track, about 320 kilometers an hour, bam, pushes a pedal, goes to the floor, nothing happens. He just spins into the barrier. Luckily, he was completely fine. It's happened to HRT the last couple of races. Happened to Rain Carpacane in Spa as well. And brake failures, top level motorsport, just should not be happening. And I really hope they sort that out. Mark Webber lost his KERS towards the end of the race, which hurt him quite a lot because that made him vulnerable for Alonso down. No traction off the hairpin. And then he couldn't use his KERS to kind of counterbalance that, and Alonso with the DRS just no catching him, and then he was under pressure from Hamilton at the end of the Grand Prix. A couple more laps and Lewis would have got him, but Mark just managed to hold off Lewis for that time. Vettel's car, the bottom of the floor, was sparking on the ground. It could have been an issue there. I was kind of hoping there was an issue. I know, make the World Championship a little bit more interesting, because I think Vettel was just going to, yeah, it's pretty much his now. That's just my opinion, because I don't think he's going to make any mistakes. He gets pole, he leads the race over, Webber holds off Hamilton. The best and worst drivers of the day. Look, Vettel has it all kind of done for him. He's got the best car, okay, and he's got the pole. He just drives, doesn't make any mistakes all day. That is true. Certainly a good drive. I just think Fernando Alonso, he just showcases his skills with these manoeuvres. He doesn't get himself into trouble. The only time that he was being involved in like a racing incident this year was in Japan, and I don't even think that was his fault. Alonso, he just keeps his nose clean, and this race, he just keeps, even though that car isn't that great, and you've got Massa, and I think he finished 7th, or 6th, something like that. Massa is a world-class driver, and Alonso just keeps showcasing how good he really is. He's an incredible driver, and I just think he's probably my driver of the day. Kimi Raikkonen was probably my worst driver of the day. He disappointed me because stuck behind Massa majority of the Grand Prix. I really thought he had the pace to pass Massa, but obviously not. He had DRS zone a fair bit when others could make that move. And Raikkonen is usually pretty good at making bold moves and making them stick, hitting the next apex and driving off. But Kimi just, had the rear end of the McLaren and, Ferrari. The whole race just following him would have really, really frustrated Kimi. So, yeah, he's probably just disappointing. Other good drivers, I think Grosjean drove pretty well. Nico Hulkenberg, again, another great drive. The rest are just going probably backwards in that Force India. Nico Hulkenberg doing the complete opposite. So that was really impressive. So the top 10 for this race: Vettel, Alonso, Webber, Hamilton, Button, Massa, Raikkonen, Hulkenberg, Grosjean and Senna in the points paying positions, with Perez, De La Rosa and Michael Schumacher retirements. Jenson Button set the fastest lap. This F1 Fan 98 channel, I am setting previously videos I posted would just be anything I saw or just random shit. Now it's F1, okay, it's F1 race reviews, F1 previews, so subscribe if that's what you want, because I'll be delivering it, and I'm only going to get better, I'm going to improve. Leave who was your driver of the day and who disappointed you, leave that in the comments if you want to. Yeah, and feel free to comment on anything. Thank you very much. Please subscribe if you want to see more of this, and have a good day. Thank you.